Hey guys, welcome back to another week of my weekly vlog, kind of not vlog, weekly video. Um, just gonna be playing Marth again in Run Ranked. I think at least from this session, I think it was like a little bit better than last time, but it might just been I've been playing relatively weaker opponents. I don't know, but anyway, I feel like I can move a little bit better with Marth this week. Um, so yeah, that's where I'm at in melee. This week, we finalized like the details of the Tokyo part of the trip. Actually, we didn't figure out like the first 2 days when we arrived to Tokyo, but in terms of like the week, like the last week where we're spending our time in Tokyo, we figured it out. So that's cool. Turns out like even though we chose like relatively expensive places, it's still like it's not very expensive in like American standards because like the exchange rate thing. So that's good. Not as good for my friend who's currently in Japan, but yeah, for us it's good. Oh yeah, right there. Like I was trying to like figure out a way to up B without jumping, and I failed. Yeah, that's why I died so early. But anyway, um, yeah, so that's what we did this week. This week, this upcoming week, it's pretty nice. Like my workplace does this thing where it's like every month they have one of the Fridays off, I think, and that's just like a company wide thing, so that people don't feel um like they don't have to manually take the day off. I guess like everyone has the day off on that day. I think that's a pretty cool idea. Definitely would help for me as well. Like I'm not like burnt out or anything, but some days I just want to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna work on this day. Like some days, especially on Fridays, I'm like, man, it'll be like 1 p.m. right, and I'll be like, is it really worth thinking about things right now? Because even if I actually have an idea for it, I probably wouldn't be able to finish implementing it, stuff like that. Um, so I think it's a cool thing to have like one of the Fridays in a month off. It'll definitely help me at least. Yeah. Okay. So my Marth, like looking back on this, like my Marth is actually so bad. Like look at that. Look at that nair. It's so trash. Look at this movement. Full hops. Not being able to dash dance. That roll was dumb as well. No, okay, yeah. Like you play when you're playing, you think you're like really good, and then you look back on it and you're just like, my God, I'm trash. That's where I'm at. I feel like it's always the case when I play melee. Yeah, okay, to be fair, I think like I played like a lot of better Sheiks. Yeah, I think I choked this game, by the way. Spoiler alert. But yeah, I need to get better at Marth. Like my Falco is like literally like at least 3 times better than all my other characters, and I feel like that's really sad. Especially because my Falco's not even that good. Yeah, so next week I think we're probably gonna try to figure out like the plans for Kyoto and Hiroshima. Um, so that'll be fun. Like my friend who is from Kyoto, she had some ideas for where we could go. I think she found like a ryokan that has like a onsen or a hot spring connecting to it. So that sounds pretty fun to go to. But my mom, I talked to my mom about this, but she's just like, you guys are too early for, these ryokans. I'm like, really? Apparently there's like a lot of like random rules with it. At least from her understanding, like she like giving like tips to the people who help out with like giving food and stuff to you, or yeah, getting like all your futons laid out, and like basically like the people who are like serving you, like you have to do like a tip to that, but it's not just like handing the money. You have to put them in like an envelope or something. I don't know, it's like apparently there's like random rules. So yeah, my mom was like, you guys are too early. But then my friend's like, no, but just like foreign people visit Japan and go to ryokans like all the time. But maybe her thing is just like because I'm Japanese, so she's like, you know, you gotta hold yourself to a higher standard, like actually know the rules of Japan. Okay. Honestly, on that note, I really hate that. Um, Maybe I'm just coping because, you know, I just don't know most of the rules because I haven't been living in Japan. Um, but yeah, I don't really like it. These like unwritten rules where you have to like, for example, like give your seat to elderly. Like I'm down to do that if they ask, but the assumption like being having to be aware of it, you know, and being impolite if you're not aware of it, that stuff is kind of annoying. I feel like. And there's like that. Oh, by the way, that upbeat was like really sick. You should replay that. That was actually intentional. FYI. Yeah, that stuff is annoying. Yeah, I think I feel like there's like a trend lately. I'd have to like find some articles to like actually support this, but a lot of people that are young in Japan are moving to like America mainly, just because like, you know, it's more it's more free. Like you can like what's the word? I don't know what the English word is. It's like in Japanese you say kyukutsu. It's basically just like you feel a little trapped mentally, I guess, because of, you know, like having to respect elders and all that. Okay, I that's probably not the best example, but just like basically you don't have as much freedom as in America. I guess like stuff like pay stuff as well, like money. Like you can't really get rich in Japan, especially as someone who's like young. Like you can't really. I think it's like pay is correlated with age rather than like skill. I think that's like a pretty big issue in Japan. I think. Don't quote me on this. Anyway, yeah. So there's like a lot of like Japanese people coming to America. Maybe you already talked about this in earlier, but like the people I played soccer with, like the Japanese people, they also came from Japan. And when I asked them like why, it's just like they just don't want to work in Japan, you know. At least from because like even just like the I guess like the base salary or just like minimum close to minimum wage salary of like 40,000 a year, let's say, which is like $22 an hour. That translates to about like 60,000 in Japan right now, is at least with like inflation or not inflation, the currency rate. And then I think like I saw like a statistic on like the average salary in Japan, and it's just like for like a new grad, and it's like I want to say it's like 28,000. It was like a really sad number. So yeah, I was just thinking about that. It's just like basically I saw like a post about like a new grad, like they track like their monthly expenditure. Basically like even under like the most like extreme like budgeting, she would have like $100 to spend on like, you know, non-essential stuff. I'm like that's rough. Yeah, I'm definitely pretty privileged with where I am, where I work. You know, I get paid a decent amount, and also, I guess it's like a pretty enjoyable environment. Oh yeah, dude, this guy like quit on this game, by the way. I don't know why. He's like, okay, I'm done playing you on FD. Yeah, I'm just too good, I guess. GG's. Yeah, so far from my experience playing on ranked, no one's actually like outright toxic. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like they all say GG's. They wait to say GG's before they disconnect. Maybe it's just because like my marth is a respectful marth, you know. I don't go for like the flashy stuff. Maybe that's why. But yeah, that's where I am at. I'll try to think of something to do on the Friday that I have off. Like I feel like weekends lately, I think it's actually a good thing. Like I'm not like, you know, sad that I'm spending it like this, but I basically do nothing. Like I just like, usually like Sundays are when there's a lot of soccer games, Premier League soccer, which is like English soccer. I watch that, and that literally takes up like, I want to say like 5 hours, because I probably watch like most of the games. There's also a lot of like Smash tourneys that are happening on the weekends, and Overwatch, right? So those three things are like all happening on the weekends. And so even if I wanted to do this, like, yeah, I guess I just have like too much entertainment stuff to do something productive. I've been trying to like work out more, but lately there's like the smoke is like really bad in Washington. Um, so I don't really want to do that. I saw like a different Twitter post. Oh yeah, I also spend so much time on Twitter too. It's pretty bad. They were saying like with the air quality right now, like it's the equivalent of smoking like one and a bit of cigarettes. I was like, man, just by walking around, I'm like smoking a cigarette. I don't want to do that. So yeah, that's why I'm probably gonna work remotely tomorrow, unless like the weather or the smoke like randomly improves. But yeah, bye bye.